He did not join leaders of the other group of 7 countries in reaffirming a commitment to cut greenhouse gas emissions, ending his 9-day trip overseas on a contentious note. After the meeting, a disappointed Chancellor Angela Merkel of Germany said that Europe should pay more attention to its own interests and take our fate into our own hands. Federal officials, following through on a pledge by President Trump, have drafted a measure to roll back a requirement that employers cover contraception in health insurance plans. This mandate was one of the Obama administration's most contested policies, generating numerous lawsuits on religious grounds. The brash former dictator of Panama and sometime ally of the U.S. has died at 83. His ties to drug trafficking prompted his ouster in 1989 in what was then the largest American military action since the Vietnam War. In today's show, we look at 5 of the key figures who are investigating Russia's role in the U.S. presidential election. Listen on a computer, an iOS device or an Android device. Global competition, agricultural automation and plant closings have left many rural towns in the U.S. struggling. But Storm Lake, Iowa, is growing, largely thanks to immigrants. Corporate America's focus on maximizing profit has led to Dickensian experiences for many consumers. Nowhere more so than in the airline industry. Hiring data for May is among this week's headlines to watch. U.S. markets were closed on Monday for Memorial Day. Here's a snapshot of global markets. Lack of sleep harms adolescents. Starting school later could help. Regular, brisk walks can help fight a common form of dementia. Recipe of the day: make a week's worth of granola. A man accused of screaming anti-Muslim insults on a train in Portland, Oregon, on Friday was charged with aggravated murder after he fatally stabbed 2 men who tried to intervene and wounded a third. The White House reversed course in an ethics dispute, saying it would disclose waivers that let former lobbyists work in the administration. Tiger Woods was arrested and charged with driving under the influence early Monday. In a statement, he blamed prescribed medications. The Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Nashville Predators 5-3 in the first game of the Stanley Cup Finals, and Takuma Sato became the first Japanese winner of the Indianapolis 500. The Square, a social commentary from Sweden, won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. Sofia Coppola was named Best Director. Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales overcame dreadful reviews to earn $62.2 million at the North American box office. In today's 360 video, a dance group performs acrobatics on the New York City subway. Read about how the other side thinks, the danger of lock-them-up politics, why progressives should be wary of Tulsi Gabbard, and 6 groups of supporters President Trump must keep to survive. A reporter observed the first U.S. Army infantry training program to include women. The Army has sought to play down its significance, but female grunts see it as revolutionary. Greg Allman was a founding member of the Allman Brothers Band, which shaped the Southern rock and jam band movements. He was 69. Zbigniew Brzezinski, a hawkish strategic theorist, was national security advisor to President Jimmy Carter during the Iran hostage crisis and the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. He was 89. Best of Late Night is off today. All of the late night shows took a break last night. Most aired reruns. Watch this space for when they return. Today is the 5th day of the 5th lunar month, so let's honor the Dragon Boat Festival. The tradition commemorates Kuyuan, an advisor to a ruler in what is now Hubei province in China during the Warring States period, 475–221 BC. By one account, he set up a legal code, helped the poor and advocated resistance in Chu state to the dominant Qin state. Spies and rivals brought him down, the story goes, and the Chu king exiled him. Distraught, he wandered and composed the Sorrowful Songs of the South, a masterwork of classical Chinese verse. When he learned that the Qin had invaded Chu on this day of the lunar year in 278 BC, he drowned himself. Supporters launched boats to try to save him, and they dropped rice balls into the water to keep fish from his body. The Dragon Boat Festival was born. The celebration has spread to Australia, the Czech Republic and Japan, among other countries. Your morning briefing is published weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern and updated on the web all morning. What would you like to see here? Contact us at briefing@nidams.com. You can sign up here to get the briefing delivered to your inbox. Continue reading the main story.